Hello. Hi, fellow old farts. It's Bob. Sorry I'm a few moments late. I just received bad news. I hate this when this happens, but an icon of our world has passed away. I just heard the news that Tina Turner has passed away just a few hours ago. I don't have more information, but I'm very sad. I have to. I will, since I opening the show on such a down note here. I I got to meet Tina Turner and have a brief conversation with her a few times. We both practice Nichiren Buddhism. And as you may have seen in Tina's movie, What's Love Got to Do with It, she chants Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. And I've been doing that for the last 49 years. I just celebrated 49 years. And I have, also gotten to work for the Buddhist organization here in the United States. And I've done websites for all of the artists on a website called the International Committee of Artists for Peace. And Herbie Hancock and the late Wayne Shorter were the presidents of that organization. So good. I'm sorry to have to start with some negative information here. It just hit me right now here. Roger who's in the back room just told me he's in Switzerland, so he may have gotten the info before us here. So today I'm wide open. I have no scheduled guest and no scheduled topic. As from last week where we had about 27 guests on last week, and I'm still humbled by the amount of guests and people that came on last week to celebrate the second anniversary of Old Farts with Drones. The Facebook group started 2 years ago, last week, and 3 days ago, we officially went over to 14,000 members, and this morning we went to 14.1 thousand members. It is fascinating to see how many old farts there are out there, and it's certainly not just here in the United States. It's amazing how many members we are attracting. Our second most popular city is Sydney, Australia. Our third. They might be the third city. I could bring that up and show everyone, if you're interested, some of the statistics on this Facebook group of Old Farts with Drones. It is just fascinating. And maybe that might be a good way to, a topic to go through today, is to kind of take a look at that information. I'm not worried about it being confidential or anything like that, but I'm seeing just I can not show names, but I mean, I can see, how the growth of the chat, the group on Facebook has gone, and how a variety of other things has happened. It might be interesting for everybody to take a good look at that. Well, I got a good little group already here. Thank you guys. The very first post in the chat was the link to join the chat here. So I think it was right up at the beginning. Here it is. I'm going to show it on screen here. And can I copy that? if you know how to work StreamYard, there's the link. It's at the bottom of your screen right now. But I'm also going to drop that into the chat right now. So, if you've got something to talk about, let's talk about it. And if not, let me know what's going on with your life. I'm wide open today to meet and talk about anything. Let's see. I see Johnny Drone Flyers out there. Okay, Lance, if you got time, jump in here. Yeah, there's the stream. I just did post the StreamYard link in the chat. So please jump on in. I also have our pretty regular co-hosts here now on Old Farts with Drones is Roger Zutter in Switzerland. And Roger and I are talking about working a system out to get as much as we can to get some of the Old Farts with Drones hats and shirts into the hands of people outside of the United States. We, I have, been struggling with this because of the huge shipping amounts, but I think we're going to work out some solutions here. And I hope internationally we can make this happen. Hi, Roger.
Hello, Bob. How's it going?
Good. So I apologize for my shock at the front end of this conversation today. I mean, Tina was not just an icon in the music industry, but she was a human being that has changed millions of people's lives by her story,
That's
of
so
going
true.
from, beat up in a hotel room, by an abusive husband and, no money, no nothing, just had herself. And a friend taught her how to say Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and she made a comeback.
That's so true. I'm also sorry to hear that, but a lot of people probably don't or didn't know that she was living in Switzerland since more than 20 years, and she was living approximately 20 miles away from my place where I'm living.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So it's a really sad news that I've heard just a few minutes ago, as I told you, and
yes,
like I told you, I've grown up. The first CD I've got as a present from my parents was Tina Turner's Gold #1 hits about 30 years ago and stuff like that. But you know what? Let's go to the good things. First of all, again, Bob, congratulations to 2 years Old Farts with Drones. And also from my side as a regular co-host, as you say, thank you to everybody that was joining us last week. Thank you to everybody that is joining us in the chats. I really would appreciate if more of the Old Farts would join us on StreamYard to talk about things, drones, their hobbies, or whatever.
Yes. She did die in Switzerland.
Yes, sir.
That's probably why you got the news before I got the news.
That's the 7 or 8 hours advance that we have.
Yes.
Yeah, but anyhow, hello to everybody in the chat. Please, guys.
Do you know this city?
Yeah, it's Küsnacht. Yeah, it's 20 miles away from my place. Yeah.
That's where she is.
Well, Switzerland is so big that from east to west we drive about 2.5 hours, and then we are from Austria to France, or we drive 3 hours from south to north from Italy to Germany. So that's how big we are.
Yeah. Well, I know it's kind of similar, the way I feel as to states here
Hmm?
in
Yeah.
I know that you've lived in the United States, and so it's like it's not unusual for me to go to, I mean, I could probably drive in my car 30 minutes and be in Arizona, and
Yep.
I can drive 45 minutes the other way and be in California,
Yeah.
So, yeah,
From my place, yeah, from my place where I live, if I drive 40 minutes to the east, I'm in Austria already.
yes, yes. And I think California has more population than the EU. Is that right? Did I get that right?
Nah, not exactly. It's
I don't know the exact numbers, but I mean,
yeah.
it is
No,
a staggering amount of people in California. You
yeah, I
know.
know. But for example, Switzerland, we have right now about a population of 8.9 million.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Germany has about 85 million.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like the US compared to Europe, the
Yes. Yes.
complete European Union. Yeah.
Our city here, Las Vegas, we are just getting to 3 million right now. Just our
Yeah.
city. So
That's approximately a third of Switzerland.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Well,
Switzerland is funny and different. I mean, my company that
yes.
I work for right now, we have 150 temporary workers out of 45 countries.
Wow.
So that's how
People are
small
coming
we
there
are.
to work. Yeah. I wanted to bring up another picture of another person from Switzerland since we're having kind of an international show. Who's here from Ireland? I know, no, nobody. Well, we'll take anybody who would like to come on, jump in, but I'm kind of looking to see, if we're going to have an international conversation here today. I know, Tom Sullivan, are you there? Isn't he in Ireland? Thomas O'Sullivan. Anyway, please
Yeah.
jump in. But
I've seen John Norman from New York is in here.
uh-huh.
Sadly, he can't join, so yeah, it's sad.
Yeah,
We have to bring more guys in here.
yeah.
Hi, Jeff.
So
Thanks for the greetings.
hang on
So
here.
how's your lovely wife doing, Bob?
Very good, very
Give
good. I
give
was just trying to pull up on William Carlson. He's a member of the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and he's from Switzerland. Okay, so I wanted to bring his picture up for you, since that is such a hot topic here in my home. I know like some shows are talking excessive amount about their
yeah.
local activities, kind of thing. So it is kind of hard to not kind of gravitate to that,
Uh,
for us Las
yeah.
Vegas people and the Stanley Cup looming ahead here,
Hey, Bob, can you post the StreamYard link again? Because
Sure.
Jeff is asking for it. He wants to jump in.
Good, good, good. Hold on. Here it is. There you go. Boom. It's there. There it is again.
So, guys, please join us on this
So,
awesome YouTube video show.
yes. So I know Michael Wright. Is he out here? Is he in the chat? You see Texas Drone Arch.
Not yet.
I see Yellow Rose. That's Lee. Lee Bessing, not Blessing. Lee, jump in if you can. TJ, I don't know if you're able to jump in, but I'm glad you're there, TJ. I'm always paying attention to what's going on with you, and I'm looking for more giggles. Okay, so we love TJ there, and let's see who else. James Howard. I had a conversation on the phone yesterday with James Howard, so we've gotten to know each other a little bit. And of course, I'm pretty public. If anybody wants to reach me, if you go to the website oldfartswithdrones.com, okay, is where we sell the merchandise for our group. If you go there, at the top of the screen is my cell phone number. Okay, it's so I'm very open person. I don't want to hide from anybody. Okay, so anyway, but you're welcome to give me a holler anytime. Okay, so anyway, let's see who I'm trying to get Thomas in, and we see who else we can get in here.
Yeah,
You'll
I've
see
seen some guys from the Netherlands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'd love to meet them. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I try to also join us.
Yes.
Hey, how's
anyway,
it going with the goggles, Bob?
Well, I got to spend more time, and I have to tell you, I'm really want to be a little more comfortable with them on. So I spent more time with them on, and I have the drone sitting on the desk here, so I could pair them up and just sit there and go through all the menus. And so I was much more confident of where everything was at, the menu structure. What I'm not finding, and if somebody in the chat can help me, I have the Integra goggles, and what I'm not finding is, in the Fly app on the either on the controller or on the phone or the tablet, whatever, you can hit profile. You can hit that back button if you're in the visual flying screen. You can hit that back button and then go to your profile there. And I'm not seeing where to get to the profile is on the Integra goggles. If that I'm looking for, I do. Do you have experience with this, Roger?
No, I have the goggles. Which one I have? I have the V2 with the 4 antennas.
Yeah,
and I don't have any. I'm not available, or I'm not able to get different profiles on that one. But yeah, it's kind of getting used to the menu settings. But so far, I'm really happy with that.
Oh, good. I think it's just
I really
finding.
love it.
Yeah, Arizona Drone Dude is asking me, is your RC updated firmware? Yes, I sat down with my Windows computer and with Assistant 2 Consumer that has the Integra and the Motion 2 controller updates, and I updated the drone, the controller, updated everything. The regular RC, I updated the RCN1. I updated everything to the latest versions here, and I'm still seeing. I'm not seeing where that in the goggles, where to get to the profile so that I can unbind, so I can then pick up another controller and fly the Mini 3 with, the Mini 3 Pro with. So that's what I'm, that process, I think, is cumbersome if you have to unbind and bind every time you change controllers. Am
Mm,
I
Well,
wrong? Am I wrong in this idea?
well, no, because with the V2, I'm not able to connect to all the, let's say, static drones.
Yes.
I'm only able to connect to the FPV drones. But whenever I change from the FPV to the avatar, I don't have to bind or unbind anything. I just unpack it, turn it up, and going. I don't know if this is different to the normal Mavic or Mini drones because
Good.
I can't tell because I don't have the goggles too or the Integra goggles.
Okay. Hey, we've got a couple people in the back room here. Came in here.
Yeah, sure, take it
Uh,
in.
yeah. Let's. Is Jeff Norman? Is that your friend?
No, I've just seen him in a chat. He's from New York.
Oh, hi, Jeff.
Hey, what's
Hey
going on,
there, how are
man?
you?
Good. Good. What's going on with you?
I'm doing well. I came back from an early morning meetup at the Verrazano Bridge in New York, where the
Oh.
Fleet Week parade came into New York Harbor, and that was, given the
Ah.
fact that I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning, it was a wonderful thing. I wish I could share a photo with you, but I don't know how to do that on StreamYard.
Oh.
For me to
Okay.
share a photo with you.
Oh, I can.
All you
It's
have to do
fairly
is,
easy.
yeah, on the bottom, it's you got that screen that says present, and then you can present your desktop.
Present.
Yeah. And then you get
Okay,
a dialog box. You can present a window.
let me finish
You
my
can,
quick edit.
yeah,
I don't
you
want to
could
be
present
embarrassed
anything
now.
you, if you've got an app open, you could
Yes,
present
I will
that
do
app.
that. I will.
You know, it's just going to show up as a window on your
Okay.
computer.
Let me
But
export.
sure. Yeah. I'm very happy with StreamYard. I don't know if some of you are familiar or not familiar with it, but it has been so simple and easy to use. And I've had so many people that were scared of trying it that I said, you know, let's take 10 minutes and you can do it very simple and easy. You know,
The only thing that I think it's a little bit boring. You see the chat from YouTube, but you
yes.
can't answer directly in here. You have to
Yeah.
open a second window for YouTube to answer all the questions that you got.
Yeah. You can open up the YouTube and then you can pop out the chat. And so I lay down a YouTube chat window on top of the StreamYard chat window.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm looking at the YouTube chat window. So anyway, now Lance is saying he
Let's
hasn't
see if
tried. Are
this
you flying, Jeff,
works.
with any goggles yet?
System preferences. I have Grant, Stream.
Oh, StreamYard
I didn't
needs
hear you.
your
You're cutting in and out. I'm not sure if it's me or it's you,
okay.
but you're cutting in and out.
Might be
Yeah.
because you have your preferences open, I think.
Right. StreamYard needs my permission.
Yeah.
That's an old fart issue. We don't read the manuals. We just try it.
Just keep jumping in there and try until something works. So Jeff, how long have you been flying the drone?
Let's see if.
I don't know if he's hearing me.
How long what?
I was asking how long you've been flying. Flying a drone.
There we go. How long I've been flying? Since 2015.
Oh my goodness.
Since 2015. For money, about 3-4 years, but just flying since 2015.
Wow.
I think because I just granted permission, I have to quit my browser and go back in to share that with you.
Yeah. Quit your browser and come back in.
I could also send it to you because you obviously have permission on your machine.
Yeah, sure. If you want to, either way.
Okay.
You know how to do that? Okay. Okay, he dropped off. So I want to introduce James Howard. He's trying to make sure he can hear everything. Hi, James.
Hello, hello.
How are
Hey,
you
what's going on,
doing?
Jeff?
I'm hanging in here mostly.
James, you're in Southern California, right?
Central California.
Central California. Bakersfield?
Yeah, Bakersfield.
Yes. Yes, we drove through
Bakersfield.
there on our way to Hearst Castle. One
Yeah,
of your
kind of.
nearby. Yeah,
Up there
yeah.
by. That's only a couple hours from me.
Yeah. Good, good. So how's the flying where you are?
Well, it's not too bad. It's always dry and hot here, so we got to deal with the heat temperatures. Unfortunately, living here in the San Joaquin Valley, we got lots of smog, so visibility sometimes and trying to get good sky pictures, aerial pictures, stuff like that can be a pain with all of the smog around. You can get that haze in the sky, but you know, we've got a river up here that's pretty famous, the Kern River, and there's lots of stuff to go up there and videotape. Of course, like I say, I'm only 2 hours away from the beach, so I can go up and down the beach.
Oh, yeah.
You know, being in Central California is pretty nice. You're kind of like in the central area of everything. You know,
Yeah.
3 or 4 hours in any direction, and you're somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, James, what are you flying?
I have a Mini 3 Pro, or Mini 3 Pro. Little DPI. That's my first major drone that I have bought. I had a Contixio F22, with no gimbal stabilization and you almost got to fly that thing. It's almost like FPV flying in that thing, even though it does do some stuff. But man, it was crazy learning to fly that thing. I crashed that into everything, even the side of the house. Don't say you can't hit the side of a barn with one.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. Well, great. I'm glad to have you here, James. So jump in if you got a question or if you want to add any comments here, okay? So
Sure
I'm
will.
going to bring Jeff back in because he figured out how to share some images with us here. So Jeff is in New York, and so we've got people on you know, all over the world here. We got Roger.
We got one coast to the next.
I'm in Las Vegas. You know, on our show last week, for those that caught that, I think we had 5 countries on at one time there. At one point, we had Bob in Mexico. We had Greece. We had UK. We had Switzerland. I think we had quite a group there. So hold on one second here. There's Jeff again. Hi, Jeff. Can you hear us okay?
So it's a much better connection now.
Okay.
And just by quitting the browser and coming back in. So I hear you clearly. And
yeah. It
Roger,
once it has permissions, then it's pretty. This StreamYard can really take even a marginal internet signal and make it work, you know, kind of thing. They're very good at that. So hold on here. Let me bring up your image here. Nice. Oh, so tell us, what time was this?
Editing at this point. According to an article on a local second-level newspaper, it was the ships were supposed to be just south of the bridge, which is on the left of the photo, waiting to be welcomed in by a military base, a cannon salute at between 6:30 and 6:45. And like most things, they only got there at 8 o'clock in the morning. But I was there from 5:30. I figured, let me get there early, get a good sunrise. And unfortunately, as you can see the sky, drone pictures, any pictures don't look great with the sky with nothing in it at all. So I didn't even bother to shoot anything sunrise. And I waited for the ships, and it took almost 3 hours for the ships to come in. But once they did, I did a hyperlapse of the ships coming up, but I also took some shots in between, and this is one of them. And
Oh,
there were
good.
4 pretty serious government entity, naval or 4 Navy ships, and there were a few Coast Guard ships, and I didn't wait
Are
around for
these
the
active ships
other ships.
or are these retired ships?
These are active, but they're not top tier ships. In other words, very doubtful this is going to be the first thing to go into a hot zone, but they are
Yeah.
active ships. And the biggest one, which I didn't edit that yet, was at least twice as big as this. And the naval officers in their white uniforms were all around the deck. And one of the guys that was with us at this meetup said that's how it works. You go into a port, not your own port. Whenever you go into any other port, they have you stand out along the edge of the ship in your whites with your hands behind your back and in a rigid stand up. And that's how you're supposed to greet the port. And occasionally they'll CO will tell you you're allowed to wave to the people. It's very impressive and very respectful. And, it's not that anyone ever wants to go to war, but if there is something, these guys have their act together. I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Well,
yeah.
Well, wonderful, wonderful. So tell us, how did you find drones? Where did you, you said 2015, so I'm assuming you started with maybe a Phantom 2 or Phantom 3 or?
Parrot Bebop.
Okay.
With electronic image stabilization. And then I bought a little tiny indoor drone to practice with, and I was terrible with that. So I didn't really practice indoors. I just did the outdoor stuff for a while. But I realized it was 1080p. It wasn't really great video. So I guess it's approaching 4 years now. I ordered a Mini in one of those cool colors they came out with at the end of the life of the Mini. And then within 2 weeks, they came out with the I bought the Air in one of the cool colors. I think it was red.
Yeah,
and then the
they
Air
had
2
colors.
came out, so
they
I
had
immediately
the
returned
Air.
it. It was still in the policy. Right. So, and I just didn't want the extended Wi-Fi. That was not going to be a great experience. So the OcuSync was far better. And then I started doing stuff around, and then someone offered me money, and I said, "Ooh, better get my 107. Don't want to start off on the wrong foot." But I had been a professional photographer since I was 17. I started with a book cover, I think, and I had stuff in newspapers and books and magazines, and I did weddings, all sorts of different things with photography. And then about a little over 20 years ago, I started doing videos. So basically, to me, the drone is just a natural extension of doing photography and videos. Nothing.
Yeah. It continued.
Other than the fact that it moved. Exactly. So, and I've done commercials for businesses. Actually was just hired to work on a documentary in the fall.
Good.
And
good. That's going to include
about 2 weeks worth of filming in
and including drone footage.
Oh yeah, it's my responsibility is there'll be 2 drone photographers and 1 spotter, and my response shooting and arranging all of the permits as best as possible with the wonderful system we have in the New York City area.
Yes.
So
do you
help for documentation and whatever?
Did you know Tom Dowling in New York?
I do not know Tom Dowling.
Okay. He was a lifer in the fire department, New York, FDF New York. And he retired, I believe, running the robotics department, and he was bringing drones into the fire department in New York. So I don't know if he's in the chat here. I see some other friends in the chat here. They're Johnny Drone Flyers here. Johnny has been the most supportive of our group here. That's for sure.
The, that is
Johnny?
the crawfish king right there.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I've spoken to him several times. Him at the South Florida drone meetup, and he's a heck of a great guy. He's a very sharing and caring individual. He's knowledgeable and a good guy.
Were you there this year,
I've met him,
Jeff?
and I hope to see him many times in the future. I was, and I remember you. You don't remember this face?
Oh,
is that?
No, I don't. I
was there.
It's such a good-looking face. I don't remember. I didn't.
My fiance bought a shirt.
Oh.
My fiance bought a shirt for her uncle.
Oh, okay.
He
All
is
right.
definitely
Yeah.
an old fart.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, cool. Well, great. I'm glad. But so do you have anything else you want to show? You got anything? Can you can queue up? Are you on a Mac or Windows? What are you on? Jeff, are you on Mac or Windows?
I can queue it up now. See, the one thing about StreamYard is when I'm on Mac, and I'm actually, my main business is what they're doing. So when I first saw the show, it was streamed on StreamYard in Facebook, and when you said you posted the link, it wasn't in Facebook, it was in YouTube. So
YouTube.
That's something I have to remember that.
Okay.
Right. When you guys post things, it's StreamYard link and your YouTube link together. But on Facebook, you'll see the stream, but you won't. Anything I type there, you don't see.
No.
I did find the stream.
I didn't make. I didn't announce that, but might as well say that if you're out there now and you want to jump in, we are chatting on YouTube, on the YouTube chat stream there that's attached to the broadcast, the live YouTube feed. And so I definitely would, I can't, I have enough time trying to manage everything here that's going on in front of me anyway, but I can't look at two different chats either. So that's why I chat on YouTube. So please go there. Hey, Michael Wright, jump in here. Yes, I'm on a Mac. I got. What were you saying, Raj?
I'm on a Mac as well, so it's working fine.
Yeah. There's the StreamYard link again there. Mr. Michael Wright, I want to talk about our wager. Okay. Michael is in Dallas and I'm in Las Vegas. So Michael asked me last night if we take Zelle.
Oh, hockey.
That's a money transfer system here.
Hockey.
Yes. Somebody's.
Jeff, let me ask you a question. How many drones do you own right now?
Jeff? I think his audio is delayed. Jeff?
Mine or Jeff's?
Jeff's.
Only 3. I have. Hold on. Maybe. Yes.
Oh, he dropped off.
Okay, Bob, let me ask you this question, Bob. How many drones do you own? And be honest.
Wait, no, I'm counting.
Or I'm going to ask your wife.
4, 5, 6. I had 7. 1 flew away. Okay, it was a $40 drone, but it flew away. No, 8. I'm sorry. No, 8. I got the little round one. Have you ever seen these little tiny round things and can
Yeah.
bounce off the walls, off the TVs. I can
I've
chase
seen
the
them.
dogs around the house with it.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Jeff was just writing in the chat. He's back, so he's
yes.
probably waiting in the back room.
Okay, hold on. Let Jeff finish here, and then Michael. I'm going to bring Michael in at the same time. Hi, Michael. Hello, Mike. Not getting your audio, Mike. You're there. Jeff, can you hear me okay now?
I hear you fine. You hear me? Am I in sync now?
Yeah, now it seems to be more good now. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we got 3
Other-
drones.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where we left
Otherwise,
off.
if we are having issues, I just can make some cat videos on YouTube. They always count.
That would be a catastrophe.
Yes. How many? So what was your first
Yes,
drone? Was the Bebop? Is that what you
Harriet
have
Bebop.
now? Yeah.
No, long gone. I had a Air 2, Air 2S, Mavic 3, Evo 2 Pro. Currently, I have a Autel Evo Lite Plus, which is wonderful, which is what I use now until something demands something more from me, and then I'll get what I need. I have a Nano Plus that actually belongs to Robin, and Mini 3 Pro, because I actually have a Facebook group with 32,000 people.
Oh my!
So I better have a Mini 3 Pro. The first group for Mini 3s. There's a bigger one hosted somewhere in Europe. Very knowledgeable guy, but I jumped ahead.
Interesting. Well, I'm probably a member of your group.
The
I'm
group,
sure
so
I
no
probably
one
am.
is a knucklehead and annoys us. So
yes,
you might very well be. I'll go look for you.
I'm going to double
let me
check.
get that one picture finished, and so I can share.
Good. Yeah, we'd love to see more of what you got there.
It's called DJI Mini
in the meantime,
3 and Mini. Sure. Let me
take a Jeff. I'm going to want to talk to Mike for a moment here. I'm going to put you on mute for a second here. Can you get another video or a image up ready? We'd like to see that. Okay.
I've got the image. Yep. Got the image ready whenever.
Okay, share it, and I'll bring it in just a minute. Michael, is your microphone working?
I think not.
No. Try it again, Mike. I'm not hearing you. Let me look at. You're not muted on my end. Let me look at your mic settings. I got them turned all the way up. Try it again, Mike. No.
Yeah, probably have to give permission for the microphone.
I don't know.
Well, not you, Bob, but probably Mike.
Mike probably does.
Yeah.
But he's done this more than I have. I know that. Yeah. So he's probably done this way more than me. So check this out. Jeff, I'm back here seeing this exit shot here. That is way cool. Way cool.
I wanted to get the ship with the chopper on the back, and I wanted to have the city there. So it wasn't an extremely long event. It took a lot longer to wait for it, but the ships went through and pretty amazing. One was a very small carrier. I think it was designed. It may have been for
yeah.
So I know Jeff's
he's locking up there.
This is one of the Jeff had cups of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Good.
you see the current skyline back there, a little bit. Yeah,
Yep.
that's Manhattan we're
Yes. It's
seeing the
wonderful.
tail end of right there, isn't it?
Correct. That's the south end of Manhattan, right
Yes.
there on the
Yeah.
near the top. About 2/3 of the way across from the left. Yep. And there's a whole
Yep.
bunch of other boats and ferries. New York City has besides buses and subways, they have
Yeah.
a ferry system that takes people around as well.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've ridden on those
So
ferries.
that's what I got for you.
Yeah, wonderful,
And
man. I am so
that's the good
happy
thing
to
about
meet you, Jeff.
drones. And next week,
Yeah.
anyone who's watching this,
But somebody's leaking here
good to meet
somewhere.
you too. Have you heard of Manhattan Henge?
Say Manhattan.
You've
what?
heard of Stonehenge in England, right?
Oh yeah.
Not
Yes.
me. Not me.
I'm gonna
No one
mute
wants
a
to be
few
muted.
people here.
Not me.
I think it's Jackrabbit.
Nope.
Yay, that's Jackrabbit. Yes, hold on here.
It's called Manhattan Henge.
Oh, I'm getting some feedback now.
Henge done electrically on cities. That will be next week on.
I don't know where that we're getting feedback from, but I don't know what's happening there. Now it's gone. You hear me okay, Jeff? Jeff?
Well, Bob, I hear
Might
you
be-
fine.
Okay, thanks.
You know, I think someone was running a video on the right. I think
Something's going on in the background
was
here.
running a video on the background. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
Cool. All right.
So anyway, I'm glad
Well, thanks,
next week
Jeff,
is
I'm
Manhattan
really-
Henge, where the sun will line up.
I want to at least say hi to Jeff because I did get to meet him at the South Florida Drone Meetup.
Oh, good.
And Bob, I'm just as guilty because I didn't know Jeff.
Hey,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do now, and I won't
Yeah.
forget you now, Jeff.
Oh, good deal. Good.
So
Good.
he's going to be a future face on my poster.
Okay. Oh, you're very honored if
I
you
can-
get on. You get on Scotty's
something
poster.
embarrassing to
You
make you
know.
remember me, but
Well,
I
now look, it won't look like you, but
thank
you're
you.
going to be on it.
Mine looks pretty close, that's for sure. Yeah, he
Well, I'll
knows how
know
to
it's
draw
me.
Santa Claus.
Mm.
Yes, that's good.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
good. Well, listen, I'm going to see if Michael Wright's working here. Hey,
I will.
Can you hear me?
I
Yes.
can.
Good, great. Okay.
yes. All right, Jeff. Thank you. Hey, so I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. Take care, guys. Well,
Let's continue the conversation, Jeff. I appreciate it. All right.
no problem. Thanks.
Great. So, Michael,
Yes, sir.
what happened to the captain?
I don't know. Here it is. One of the last times wearing this shirt for a while, there probably
Your star shirt?
a star
Oh.
shirt. There.
Yes.
Wasn't
I
there a
won't be
big-
wearing much longer.
was
Oh,
Michael,
no.
was Michael fighting in the stands?
No, it wasn't
I
fighting the
did
fans.
not see him fighting in the stands. There were multiple
Was he
fights
throwing
in the
stuff
stands.
at the players?
No, it wasn't one point either. Popcorn's too expensive to throw on the ground.
Yeah.
That was we sat here, I got 3 people in my living room watching that. We were like, what the hell's going on here?
I have no idea.
Hey, aren't you supposed to throw what, octopus or something like that on the ice? Look,
If you're in Seattle.
Hey, I'm a Florida boy, and I really don't know hockey, so
Yeah, okay.
excuse me.
Yeah. So different teams have different things they throw onto the ice. Usually when they win. In Las Vegas, it's plastic pink flamingos. Okay, come flying out. I don't know how people sneak them into the stadium, but they clutter the ice, and everybody understands it's as a Las Vegas thing. I guess I don't know how that even got started. And Florida is rats. There were rats in the locker room or something like that. There's a whole story about the rats in the locker room. So they're sending these plastic, toy rats they're throwing onto the ice. I don't know. Dallas seemed to be water bottles and I don't know what else.
Does on that, but I do know from the football standpoint, Texas Tech has always been doing this for 30 years. They throw tacos down the field.
Really?
Flying tacos.
Tacos.
Yes.
I got a real good friend of mine.
And Scott, there's a team in Florida, College of Florida, is joining the Big 12 here this coming year. University of Central Florida.
Oh, is that?
Going to be in the Big 12 come September.
Good.
Did not know that.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, you're in Northern Florida, though, right, Scott?
FSU, Florida State University.
Florida State,
yeah. See. As far as I know, there's only 3 universities: Florida State, Miami, and Florida.
Yeah.
And I know good and well there's a bunch more. Matter of fact, through time, they're going to dominate and start taking over. I mean, I don't know how many universities we have here. We have a bunch.
Well, it's a good place to go to college. If I have to pick, let's see, should I go to Minnesota or go to Florida? Wait a minute. Mom and dad are paying. I might go to Florida,
Yeah, we got one in Tampa now. We got one in Orlando. There is one in Jacksonville, but JU, it's been there a long time, but it's a pretty small school.
Where's in Orlando?
Yeah. And you have in Dallas area, there's TCU is there, and there's a number of schools in that. SMU is there.
Yeah, they're back, aren't they? At least in football.
Well, yeah, from the 80s. You remember them days, Scott?
Yeah, I do, man. I tell you, that's when football was fun. It was so much fun back then. Football.
It's not what it was when we were growing up.
No, it's not.
No.
Or NFL,
Yeah.
Not the same game.
What was it?
No.
Jim, was it Jim Brown just died? Is that not right?
I saw that. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Johnny Drone Flyer. Hey, I don't have to chat now. I can just say
hey, Johnny. How you
doing? Yeah. Johnny's there. Johnny, you can jump in here at any time. If you need
he's supposed to be pressure washing something.
Oh, he's pressure washing.
I don't know. That's what he said this morning anyway. So
there's the link. If we've been on for almost an hour here. We got I'll hang on for another half hour or so if anybody else wants to jump in here. So Mike, what do you think? Double or nothing on this next game?
I think I'll just settle for $20.
I don't want a dime. Believe me, you coming on the show is worth $40. Okay. We were shocked. We were expecting Dallas to come out and be the most aggressive force they've been, because obviously they're 2 down and they've got a house full of their fans, and we thought they are just gonna come out stomping, and all of a sudden, this in 2 minutes, we scored a goal, 2
4
goals,
in 3
and
minutes.
and got your captain kicked off the ice. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, it was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You know, it was the exact opposite of what anybody was anticipating was going to happen there. You know.
Well, it's not over with yet.
No, I said,
98% of the time, that team
Yep.
that's 3-0 goes all the way, though. So
I don't think it has happened in a Western Conference Championship
probably
game.
not. No, I don't expect it to happen.
It has not happened in a Stanley Cup, you know, either. But that's it is amazing there. But you know, like I said, it's possible. I said somebody this morning. I said they can win 4 games in a row.
It could happen.
It's possible.
I mean,
you know,
well, look at this. You know, Vegas won 3 in a row. So
yeah. Yes. Yeah.
you never know.
So what's
next? And plus, in this regular season, they had beat us 3-1 in the regular season.
Yeah.
Dallas Stars has beat Las Vegas during the regular season. So, you know, we totally did not expect that we would be 3-0, you know, going into this. So
and the first 2 games were down to overtime. You know, it really came down to it. It could have been either way, either team.
All 4
conference
playoff games went to overtime. First time, all
That's
4,
right.
the first 4 conference playoff games went to overtime. Every one of them, you know, all decided by a goal.
Yep.
You know, and you know, we had in the playoff with the Oilers, they beat us 5-1. And the very next game, we beat them 5-1. I mean, it's like, this isn't normal, you know, kind of thing. So it was, you know, we were lucky to get out of that series. And then, you know, and then for this to happen now, where we're 3-0 on Dallas, was a surprise.
It's hard to believe that Vegas is a northernmost city out of the 4 teams remaining, you know.
I went to a website that you can type in a city name and it'll give you the longitude and latitude of that city, you know. And Raleigh, North Carolina is at like 35 degrees north, and we're at 36 degrees north, you know. And we are the most northern city in hockey. I know we're pissing off all those Canadian people, you know.
When the Minnesota moved down to Dallas back in the 1997. Now you got
what happened? Johnny Grunfire was there for a minute
in Vegas, much less Dallas. You know.
Yeah, you know, I
never thought that. Yeah.
You know, I've been living in Las Vegas for 49 years. And if you would have bet me 10 years ago, what would be the first professional sports that would come to Las Vegas, I would not, I mean, it would have been basketball without a doubt. Exactly. And absolutely positive without a doubt. Football would be down the list, and hockey would be on the last thing on the list.
Exactly.
You know,
we had ice hockey in Tallahassee. It was a Tiger Sharks, but it was a minor league or something like that.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep the ice melted.
Got slushy. It doesn't work when it gets slushy, you know.
No, actually they could, but they did eventually. I guess there wasn't enough participation, and they eventually did move on. So
yeah.
But Scotty, you still working full time?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be working right now. I just finished another project, and you know, hey, I'm tired. I started about 4 o'clock this morning, so I figure I can quit a little bit early.
Oh, good. But, good. You're working for yourself?
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
sink or swim all the time.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
which also means you never get to retire.
So I just took on another little dental office, a little 3,500 square foot building today.
See,
Oh, yeah?
I keep telling you, you keep telling me you're retired, and I already know.
It's but I won't be doing the drawing on it. I'll be doing some basic design. I've got a drafts person.
Yeah.
She's got an architecture degree. She can do it. She'll be doing it. So.
They do it all in AutoCAD, right?
Oh yeah, AutoCAD. I've been AutoCAD since
Revit.
'87. Yeah.
How about Revit?
And I don't use Revit. I'm not going to learn Revit. That's why.
I switched to Revit. I switched to Revit in 2013, and I'll be honest, I didn't think I would. I love it. I'm not going back to AutoCAD.
Well, we customized AutoCAD way back in 87, 88, 89, 90, when there wasn't anything for light commercial / residential. And it still works for us, very quick, and the way we customized it.
It's a great program. I still have it, and I still know how to use it. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in it that long too, so I know all the early days and.
Yeah. I've had my hands on AutoCAD many times, and
self-taught, which back then I think we all were.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I used to come to Vegas. Bob, I came to Vegas probably 3 or 4 times every other year for they called it AutoCAD University. They had it at the Venetian.
Yeah. Yep.
I went there in 02, 06, 04, and 06. Every other year. Brought my staff. Had staff, about 3 or 4 people. I brought them out there.
Well, for us, they would come to Tallahassee, which made it nice. And we would get a stadium. No, I won't say a stadium, but a big auditorium area, and they would present to us. Back in our day, they encouraged us to steal it. As a student, they wanted all the students to. You can have it, just But then once they got established, they came in and they cut down. So all right, all you businesses that have it. You better show me a license. And they busted 1 or 2 of them, and word got out, and guess what? Took care of that. I also
picked up a Part 107 job, though, today. So one of my clients I've worked with 30 years, he wants doing about a 35-lot subdivision, wants me to, it's raw land right now. I've got a 100-foot maximum of automatic in the link, and I tried to get 300 feet for 2 hours, and they turned me down. Had to wait 72-hour notice. They turned me down, though. I went back and asked them for 200 feet for 30 minutes, and I got it. They go through manually. They have to look at it, but they gave me that for Saturday. So they'll give you some. You just got to not overdo it,
What will you fly?
Yeah.
Which drone will you use?
I'll be flying my Phantom.
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
V4 2.
A Phantom 4.
4.2. Yeah.
It has the RTK
no, it doesn't have
ability
RTK.
there.
No, it doesn't have RTK, but it's got the rolling shutter and mechanical shutter. And I'll be using probably Max Made Easy for the to plot the land, lay out the land.
So have you already done quite a few Part 107 jobs?
Not too many. I've done a few, but not very many at all. But
I
want to do more. In fact, I want to. This client has several subdivisions. He's always in the work process of doing. Right. In fact, his dad, who is my age, passed away last week, 2 weeks ago, and but now they want me to take over, maybe do some drone flights for him.
Right.
Oh, great.
I still don't have my 107, but I do have in the back of my mind that's kind of what I might want to do later on too. So
I've got another client, same thing. I've worked for 38 years. I want to do some construction progression videos over the year as they develop out the housing subdivision in particular.
Since you're you're in that industry, it's where you know who to talk to and where to go.
I do have contacts of some clients of mine that I've worked with for 35 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't see the planes flying over as much, do you?
No. But this area is in 100-foot. It's near DFW Airport in Grapevine. And
well, I just mean that's how everybody used to get their aerial photos.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And now it's like, man, I'm telling you what, if you had that industry, you're in trouble because drones are putting them out of business.
No,
but somebody pointed out to me a few months
Google
ago.
Earth put them out of business too.
Well, you want progression, so they actually one of my jobs, they would do a flyover. I don't know how often they did it, but it was all aerial. But it was pre-drones. It was
Yeah, I'll
just
set it up as a
pre-drones.
I'll set mine up as a waypoint and situation and fly the same route every couple of weeks as it develops out.
So to me, there's
Yeah.
so much more to even learn to do all that. I know, okay, so you go get your
Yeah.
waypoints, but then how do you even present it to your client? I mean, I know that's what PayPax.
You create a hyperlapse from
Was that what
waypoint.
PayPixel was?
Not a hyperlapse. No, hyperlapse is do more with motion. You don't need a hyperlapse. The waypoint,
Okay,
you just
time
do
lapse.
waypoints. Right.
It's the same picture from 4 or 5 or 6 spots, or how many ever times you tell.
You may have 40 shots, 40
yeah,
waypoint.
right.
Easily.
That's right. But it
Uh-huh.
goes to the same spot each time, and you go back from week to week or however often and do it again, right? So you get a progression.
And you can tweak it too if you want to as you go, but
Right.
you pretty much have the same flight pattern every time.
Do you have to buy any special software to do all that?
I've got one I use. A lot of people use Drone Deploy, but it's pretty expensive. If you don't, it's not expensive. Somebody doing it.
Right.
It's up to $1,500 a year, but
Yeah, if you were.
a month, $1,500 a month. But,
Oh my God.
Yeah,
But if you do that, it's not a big deal. It's a business expense. Like my
No, but if
AutoCAD.
you're
I
doing
had 6 AutoCAD
50
versions.
grand
I
a month
spend
and-
$8,000 a year just
Yeah.
to renew it every year. For 6 copies. But,
you have to do a lot of flying to pay for that, though. So.
Well, at 1,500, you 4 or 5 flights a month.
Right,
if you do that. But I'll use a program called Maps Made Easy, which is and it will do terrain follow as well. And it's a free version, but I want to use the terrain follow, so I'll pay $50 a year for it. That's not bad at all.
No, that's
Wow.
And then
very reasonable.
you can have it processed through the Drones Made Easy program. They'll process it to you, and you do it on a point system. So you're not. It's on it's great to do it for learning or for doing small projects, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
Now
because it's like, okay, so I get hired, I go out and do one job, and it doesn't go, or something doesn't, I don't get a clientele.
You're not paying $1,500 for that,
like,
you know.
Yeah, I just went and paid to get the software. I'm not paying myself,
It's a way to start out. I did my property down in Blanco, 5-acre project. It cost me $30 to do a topography, and I had like 900 photos taken through to process, and it cost $30 for the topographical processing for it. And that wasn't bad,
Yeah. Mike, you've actually been to a seminar or something like that actually kind of taught you some of this kind of stuff?
I've been to some seminars, but I kind of learned it on my own.
Right.
And there's a guy out of same town where Greg is at with Paul Institute, Prescott. There's the guy by the name of Rich Charpentier.
Yeah, Rich is who I think
I've watched.
Yeah,
I follow him. I'm one of his Patreons, and I don't get on every Sunday afternoon, but with him. But
well, I can't.
He teaches a lot about video progression. Yeah.
He's been probably my only source. I can't say I got into it. I told you I have, on purpose, not gotten into this because I don't want it to be work. I still want to have fun flying.
I want to have fun. That's right.
Yeah.
And he's my go-to person if I need to ask questions.
Well, I have kept him in the back of my mind the entire time, and I have watched a lot of his videos and actually participated in a few of them. But
right.
I was like, I'm not ready yet. I still have to.
I'm just getting there too. Like I said, I finished my last 3 projects were permitted about 3 weeks ago. 3 to 1. So I'm done, but now I picked up another project. So
right. Well, he seems to have a good program, and he seems to know how to put it all together.
He does, and he uses numerous programs.
Yeah.
I mean, not any one particular one. So.
Cool.
So Bob, when's the next hockey game?
Well, there's one in a few hours here.
I knew you'd know.
But not it's not the Stars and the Knights, though.
No, I think it's the Carolina Hurricanes and the Florida Panthers are tonight Florida could put the Hurricanes away tonight. Right. Okay, it's a 3-0 series there also. So is the basketball 3-0 series too. but it's crazy, Anyway, so yeah, we play tomorrow night. Thursday night, we played the Dallas Stars in Dallas with their polite crowd. Tomorrow, we will play,
7
there.
p.m. Central Time,
Yes.
Central Daylight Time.
Yeah.
What time is it?
7 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Okay, 7. That's 5 here.
It's 5 there, yeah.
Yeah, 5 Pacific.
8 o'clock here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We on ESPN. If it goes another game, if it goes to another day, it'll be on ABC on Sunday night, I think they said.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be Ben. It'll be back here.
Saturday night.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun if it was here, but I think our city would, welcome
We'll take it
the
either
game
way, right?
back. Yes, but it would, but we'll win wherever we can win is what I think we're going to do,
I think you will too, but I'm not giving up yet.
No, as I said to my friend this morning, they can win. They can win 4 games in a row. It's not impossible.
Right. Just unlikely.
So Mike, you already said you're not buying the Pro, the
I'm
Mavic
not buying
3
the
Pro.
Pro unless when they come out with a standalone.
Yeah.
And I've heard it may come out first part of June, and I can sell my Mavic Pro. I mean, my Mavic Pro.
No,
And my Mavic 3
Yeah.
for a couple $100 difference. It's like buying a new lens, basically, is what it'd be like.
Bob, you don't have it.
No.
And you don't have any intention of getting it.
I would like to but I don't. I don't have a need for it. I really don't need, that at this moment. I've got an Air 2S that's a great camera when I need it. I got a Mini 3 Pro. I got a Mini 2, and I have a Mini 1 here actually. When somebody wants to go out and learn how to fly a drone, I can put this Mini 1 in their hands for just it's easy to do.
Now,
so I
is
keep
that
it.
your wife's drone?
No, she has a Mini 2.
That's what I was fixing to say. You better not.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
take her
no.
drone.
No,
Plus, if
that
I'm a
wasn't a
guy, I
hand
don't
me
really
down
want-
or
I
anything.
don't want to fly that pink drone.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
Bob's wearing a pink hat. What do you mean?
Yeah, but I had to
Yeah,
match
so it's
the
got
host.
actually.
I had to match the host.
Yeah.
I need to get one
No,
of your hats. Bob. I need to order
I
one of your
got
hats.
I got me
My-
a hoodie back there too.
Yeah,
It's actually
My
right
last
there.
investment was I bought the goggles, the Integra, and the Motion 2.
So
And
that was
I want to fly this Mini 3 Pro with it. And I mean, if I really enjoy that, then I may buy a Nevada,
So that was going to be my very next question. Was about did you get the goggles and the motion controller? Because I just watched Ray Kelly and he was there with Ron Brown, and Ron was actually flying it that way with the goggles and the and it was the Mini 3 Pro.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
And I'm
And
having regret that I decided to burn mine up now. So.
But it made a good video, didn't it?
I don't know what I got because I took my Air 2S and flew it up there beside it and said, "Oh, okay, there's." I already knew where it was because it wasn't very. I mean, I was right beside a limb and I got in a heat wave and that thing started doing this.
Yeah.
It got the
red banner go across the screen.
No, it didn't get
Processor
hot.
overheat.
But no, what happened was it just did catch the limb, and it pulled itself kind of in it, but it was barely in it. But I had just started a fire, and the fire was hot, and so I thought, well, I'll just wait for the fire to burn down, and then I was already getting poles and things to get it out. But I turned my back, and I had cameras going and everything, and I said, man, it's going to be a long time before this fire burns down. So I turned everything off, turned my back, and I heard blip. and I knew exactly what it was.
Oh.
I went and looked, and that son of a gun was gone.
Oh.
So I thought, well, at least I'll even find maybe a piece of glass or something like that. It was so hot, everything's gone. I can't find anything.
Oh no.
So anyway, whatever.
Did you dig through it after it went out?
Oh yeah, I definitely went looking for it. I thought maybe I'd find something, but I couldn't find a piece of metal or anything. So,
Bob,
and I knew exactly where it was too, and it wasn't that big. It wasn't that much I had to dig through to find out.
Huh?
No, Bob, I've flown the Mini 3 Pro with the goggles as well as the Mavic 3.
Yeah,
it's just not the same as flying the Avata.
That's
okay.
I think that's what Ron said too.
I enjoy the Avata much more.
Yeah.
With the goggles than the Mini 3 Pro or the Mavic 3.
So
I tried it once each time just to do it, but it's just not the same.
My other question is about the 03 camera, which is the Avata camera, I guess. I mean, is the quality that comes out of it really, really good? I mean,
it's good quality. It's much better than FPV.
We put GoPros or whatever to get high quality out of it. But you don't really have to do that with the Avata, right?
No, the Avata is much better quality camera than the FPV, which I still have.
Right.
I started showing it recently.
No, I don't mean DJI and the POS or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, no, 5-inch.
Honest, I've been flying the POS quite a bit now. Oh my gosh, the camera stinks.
That's what I've heard. I mean, I got it. I just haven't flown it much recently.
Well, I'm flying it a lot right now because I got the POS from Drone Bum, and I got the case, and it's easier to just grab it and go. And I'm like Joe, I fly at acro, so, but it's scary to fly acro because if you crash, more than likely you're picking up pieces. And I have did a flip one time, and I did hit the oh crap button, and that sucker, and that blows my mind. Because I've been flying FPV a long time.
Right.
And we just crash. We go crash, go pick it up, or turtle load it up and bring it home. And but Joe, I tell you, Joe is doing an outstanding job flying that thing.
That's amazing what he can do with that. And he actually, when I first flew with him, he had never crashed the FPV. I flew with him.
Well, we were South Florida Drone Meetup, right? We were all there for it. So,
Joe Fodolio you're talking about, right?
Yeah. He just did a video. He did a video yesterday of his progression because it's been 1 year, I think, just within a day or two. And he did a good job as far as putting that together too. It was, I enjoyed it because, you always have to start. And man, you're scared to death and you don't know what you can do and what you can't do. And then you keep learning. I mean, man, Mike, you take those daggum camera drones and you might as well be flying FPV. I mean, you fly them the same way. So,
well, Joe is
it's because you're familiar with it. You already know how to do it all. So
well, Joe is really good with that FPV. I mean, when I first flew with him, he had never crashed it, but he's had 4 crashes since in the last 3 months.
Well, he had his first one at the South Florida Drone Meetup.
I know. What surprises me is he hasn't damaged it enough to destroy it.
Well, I have crashed mine three times, and it hasn't. But again, there's soft crashes. They're not hard crashes. I mean, with my carbon fiber, man, you crash hard, and you will break stuff. I've broken my arm about 3 or 4 times, and then I've broken other little pieces off of it. Actually, I crashed at South Florida Drone Meetup, and it wasn't that I crashed it on purpose because I found out what was happening is my strap was getting in the flight controller, and I would lose control of it. And all of a sudden, it just started taking off. Well, I would just kill it. And the last one, I kind of compressed everything. So I kind of have to rebuild that one now. So, but they take a beating.
I've crashed a couple times in grass, but no damage.
In a regular FPV, does the circuit boards make it? Usually, are they? I mean, the arms, the motors break. What's heavy crash? What goes?
That's what happens the most is the motors and the arms. But Now, what happens to your circuit boards is a lot of times usually water related. I burned up one of my, I shorted it out because I crashed in heavy dew grassed field, and then another time, actually the other time I was building it and I burned it up because you're supposed to put a smoke stopper on it and check it to see if you got any shorts or anything in it. And this is my first build, and I'm okay. Plugged it in, and man, it smelled. And then actually I burned up a drone last South Florida drone meetup, but I had flown it the day before. Somebody knocked me out of the air last year. I was flying and they cranked up right beside me, and boom, I lost control and that thing came down. And I didn't think anything of it, thought it was okay. The next day we went to fly on that second day, and actually, Bob, you were there. This is when you were riding the plane.
Yeah.
And I was on the other end, and actually I saw Chris in there earlier, Drone Life.
Oh, yeah?
Anyway, he was down there with me. And when I plugged it in, I guess it had shorted out from the crash, because it immediately broke out in fire, and had to put it out and unplug it real quick. I mean, again, so I burned up a board. It cost me $20-$30 to fix. So
yeah,
anyway.
That's the big difference there. Somebody let me try there, an FPV drone, that was like, I don't know if it was a 4-inch or 5-inch or whatever it was, but he had like Fat Shark goggles, and it looked like old time TV on it, kind of thing.
It's analog, I guess.
Yeah. And so he was like freaked out that I went, first thing I did is, went up full throttle, and he goes, "What the hell are you doing?" And shot up about 150 feet in the air, kind of thing. And then I tried it without the goggles, and I mean, I crashed that thing 15, 16 times, and I could just pick it back up and turn it over and try again.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Oh, they're tough. And an arm costs you about $15, so I mean that's nothing. Now, I said $30 for the flight controller. Well, that was yesterday's prices. Those things might be about $50 or $60 now. I mean, everything's gone up. I do fly the air units, which is the DJI HD.
Yeah.
And those things, man, my gosh, they used to be about $100, $120. I think they're up to like $170 now. I kind of want to go to the 03, but that means now I got to go get new goggles and.
And how much is the 03 system? What is that? 300?
$230, or I can't remember.
And that's a camera?
Yeah, that's just the unit.
Camera?
It is an air unit again, and it's the camera.
And the unit that communicates with the controller.
Well, yes.
With the goggles.
Yeah, that's the air unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have, well, actually I hadn't, see, I on purpose have not been looking at this stuff because I don't want to get the itch and say, oh, I want to go buy it. Actually, I'm thinking I really want to try to save up and go get the reason why I keep asking about the Mavic 3 Pro is because I'm thinking about getting it just to have and since I didn't buy the Mavic 3, I'm saying I'm going to go get the Pro. And what attracts me to it is to be able to do the scenery shots. And even when the Mavic 3 came out, nobody was talking about the zoom because I was there with Kelly Shores. And 28 times we're sitting out there at the bridge and he's going right into a crane that was in town. And I'm like, holy cow. I couldn't hardly believe it. Now, since everybody's caught on, this zoom thing's pretty cool. So,
exactly.
And I understand if you're a camera guy, that's not the case. But, as an inspection guy, I found out it was easier to stand on the ground and take a picture and zoom in instead of getting up in a lift and sitting there bouncing around like that in front of it. And I said, yeah. And so I've learned the value of zooming in with digital photos. So
multiple businesses were going to be disrupted by this drone industry as this progresses.
Well,
you know,
everybody likes a good picture, and seeing these
right?
sceneries, pictures that everybody's been making with them, what it does for me is like, wow, I'm ready to go travel again and go. I've been to the Badlands. I've gotten to get around a little bit. I mean, not a lot, but I didn't
Yeah.
have a drone the entire time. And I'm like, man, it would be so nice to go again. I mean, got to go out to Utah. We went out there fly fishing. We were at Flaming Gorge. Is it Flaming George?
St. Gorge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a hat back there. I have to pull it back out and see what it says. But I've only been one time, and I got invited at the last minute, and boy, it was such a super trip.
Utah is amazing. I mean, there is in northern Utah into those.
That's where we were. We were actually over closer to Colorado.
Yeah, there are some spectacular sights.
Yeah.
Just spectacular.
So we flew into Salt Lake City, and then I think it was a 2 hours or 3 hour drive up there.
Yeah.
So, actually, wasn't Al Duran there snow skiing? And
maybe
he flew into Salt Lake, and then I actually think we went right by that ski lodge.
Yeah.
Or not the lodge, but the I'm a Florida boy.
The area.
You do a lot of skiing, huh?
Mountain range there. Yeah, Park City is.
I think that was it.
Yeah, Park City is the big ski area, and it's also a good music area. Boy, I've sat there out in this beautiful spot in the world there, and watched Chicago and Crosby, Stills, and Nash play from like the second row. Yeah, it's a beautiful spot. Yes,
I got to do ZZ Top that way.
Oh yeah,
in Jacksonville, and I can still hear to this day. I don't know how, but and man, we were right by the speaker too, boy. It was like you talking about feeling the noise. We could feel the noise.
Yeah, he's become one of our native sons here. Billy Gibbons moved here right before COVID, and he's now is like a partner in a nightclub that here called the Sand Dollar, and it's been a blues bar forever here. And now he's kind of bought into it, and they expanded, opened another Sand Dollar in another location, and he occasionally stops in and just jumps on stage and plays.
That's
from Houston.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
Billy from Houston.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine went to high school with him. Yeah.
Yeah, with Billy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw a picture yesterday on the internet with him and his wife were riding bicycles on the strip.
Yes, that was me. I think I reposted that.
Okay.
I think I reposted.
It was you, Bob. Okay.
That was one of my memories that came up.
Okay.
That was like on the third page of the newspaper. They always have some entertainment kind of orientated picture, and him and his wife rode their bicycles down the strip, and the newspaper guy knew that was happening, and there was nobody on the strip. It was eerie.
ZZ Top. It was in Vegas, actually. That again, AutoCAD University. We had a private audience.
Oh, no kidding!
ZZ Top had about only 3,000 people.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool. Those are the best.
Yeah,
those are the best. Those kind of shows, and we occasionally bump into. The last one I did was just a couple months ago. Sheryl Crow, as my wife and my roommate were photographing a convention, and Sheryl Crow was their entertainment for their last night of the convention. So it was like, 700-800 people.
We have been very, very fortunate to get to hear some really, really good music throughout our lives.
Oh yes, we have.
From when I first started and before I started, all the way to even now. I mean, it's incredible. So
yeah, no, that it's always been part of my life. Part of my
Well,
my fiber.
I lived a very closeted life, I guess, because where I grew up, you could only hear country music. I only got 3 channels, so I didn't hardly see any TV.
Yeah.
But when I got into the 80s, I caught up. I didn't even know who, I had no idea who Elvis Presley was until he died. Until he died. And then I was like, holy cow.
My mother turned the TV off when he was on, you know?
Because he twisted
no, you shouldn't watch that. Don't watch that. Wow,
he twisted his hips. Oh, man.
Yep. Yeah.
And he loved gospel
All right, guys.
too.
I'm going to wrap it up here. Well, thank you for jumping in, both of you. You've paid your debt, Michael. Okay. You can celebrate with the Golden Knights. Okay. And we're going to go get the cup and bring it to Las Vegas.
So look, I don't know anything.
Out a game or two, okay? Be more fun.
Is the Dallas Night series over now? Is it already done?
No.
It's not over.
One more
game?
Well, no, it'll be 4 more games.
4 more games.
Okay.
Dallas could win the next 4.
I got you. So Dallas is going to sweep, and and then Bob's going to be upset. he's going to be throwing stuff on the ice.
Exactly.
I can tell you, you don't want Bob to get mad. You better feed him. You better feed him. I'll tell you that.
You know what I thought was dirty was the Oilers. We had Jonathan Marchessault got a hat trick, and not a single hat hit the ice.
Really?
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, in Edmonton. They were pissed. I mean, you know, they were the last Canadian team left, and they were pissed, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
But,
well, I'll let you go, Bob. I'm going to sign off here.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Good night, all. Thank you all in the chat. Everybody, I don't know if anybody's left in there, but thank you all. Thank you, Johnny. I see you're still there. Stephen Drones. Visual line of sight. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys. James, try to get in again. Okay. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
All right. I'll hit